Hello, my name is Anna Liberace, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Spi-Sci, the channel where science meets spirituality. In this video, I want to share my perspective about discernment and why I believe it's so necessary today with the advent of AI to develop this ability, which I believe is now superpower, the power of discernment. I've been thinking about a while about making a video on discernment. And just today, I stumbled upon this interview done to the CEO of NVIDIA. I have some notes with me that I will share. His name is Jensen Huang. This interview, in the interview, he is asked, "Who's the smartest person you ever met?" The answer I found quite surprising. And it's very much connected to the discernment part, considering that he's the CEO of AI. What better topic to talk about? I will share with you what his answer is, but first I want to share with you what's my definition of discernment. And based on my research, how you can develop your ability to discern. Because today, with AI that's becoming more and more sophisticated, we might become to the point where we're not able to discern what's real from not real anymore. Already, today, there are, this is funny, there are some AI pranks going on where you can find on YouTube. They're very hilarious, where this guy goes around in supermarkets pranking people with AI videos of themselves or of other people, showing them that they did something that in reality they didn't. But those people who see it, because they're from a previous generation, they're not used to seeing AI, and they believe that what they see is real. And it's hilarious. They get angry. It's like, why would this person do this? How did this person do it? And currently, like with the current generation, we can pretty much still distinguish what is AI from not AI, but it's becoming more and more sophisticated. So how can we discern when in front of the evidence something looks so real? So this is based on my research, two things. And the CEO of NVIDIA, he will add something else that's pretty interesting. S- One is do your own research. But also, this can be tricky because when you do your own research, it's not enough just to go on Google and on a search engine type your question or type your inquiry, because that is will be based on information silos. Information silos is based on your expectations, based on the algorithm of your own activity on the internet. So, for example, I'm going to say something absurd, like somebody believes that all cats are black. So if you put in the search engine, are all cats black? It might come out that, yeah, all cats are black, for example. But if you modify the question saying, are cats black? But are also there other colors? Then that opens up another door, another kind of answer. You can see this already with ChatGPT. The more specific you are with a question, the more detailed answer you will have. You change slightly the question, you have slightly a different answer. Same thing happens with research engines. There are information silos based on your expectations, and your expectation in turn are based on your belief systems, and that's a whole other chapter. But to keep it simple, do your own research and to get out of the limits of or the box, the reality box of information silos is to formulate your question in a different way. One, and the other way is to get out of your own perspective, see an opposing perspective of even how much you even don't like that perspective. Go dig in that other direction. That's one way of discernment. Do your own research. Two, ability to develop your intuition. And your intuition also is based on data, your internal data. You are going to gather your internal data, see how much time you had that gut feeling, and if it really happened in reality, if it happened in 9 out of 10, excuse me, 9 out of 10, you're going to know, okay, maybe this is real. If it happened 2 out of 10, that gut feeling in reality, maybe my intuition is not really that good. I'm saying it very, in a very simplistic way because intuition is based also on other factors, like on other your practices, your meditation. It's a combination of so many things. But to keep it simple, I just say based on your internal data. So those are two things. Now I'm going to come to the answer that Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, gave to the interviewer who asked, "Who's the smartest person you ever met?" Now I'm going to read it from my notes because I don't think I can post it here due to copyright reasons. So I'm going to give the answer. He says, "Oh, usually the smart person is a person who is seen as a person who can do problem solve it, who's intelligent, who can problem uh, solve technical problems." He said, "But this is a commodity. AI can easily handle this in the future." So when we think about a person who like works fast, we usually have that perception, oh, this is a smart person. But in this case, it's very clear that Jensen Huang says that this is a commodity. It will be replaced by AI. And then he continues. He says the long definition of smart is someone who sits at the intersection of being technically astute but human empathy and having the ability to fear the unspoken, the around the corners and the unknowables. So he's talking about empathy here, the ability to be empathetic. And then he continues, people who are able to see around the corners are truly, truly smart, and their value is incredible to be able to preempt problems before they show up. So almost like being clairvoyant. Just because you feel the vibe. And here he starts to seem like a woo-woo guy, man. So you feel the vibe, and the vibe come come from a combination of data, analysis, first, principal life experience, wisdom, and then this is another interesting part. He says sensing other people doesn't mean like feeling the vibe from other people. What I believe he means here is behavior analysis, the ability to read people. So, and that is the other factor that I believe AI cannot completely replace. Because when you see an AI video of a person, they're not, they can't do certain expressions on their face. They don't have, when they say something like, "I'm happy," okay, they have that smile, but it's not a smile maybe that goes in their eyes, for example. So, um, abilities to read people will also be another key, I believe, in the discernment from real from not real. And then he continues to say that vibe, that I think that's smart. That's going to be the future definition of smart. So, that is, I think, is a very interesting answer to this ability to discern. And I would put it in the other factor there, of how to create discernment. And so let me know, um, what do you think are abilities that AI cannot replace? And if there are abilities, should we start focusing on these abilities, start developing these abilities so we can prepare ourselves when eventually AI will take over? Thank you for watching. See you next time.